Hey Aquarius, are you ready for a brand new month? Can you believe it's October already? And there's a lot of interesting things in store for you. We have Mercury entering Scorpio and the Aries full moon on the 6th of October. We have Venus entering Libra and Pluto direct October the 21st. Libra new moon, October the 22nd, Neptune retrograde enters Pisces, and the Sun enters Scorpio. On the 29th, Mercury enters Sagittarius. And I put this information on the screen if you want to screenshot it or copy it down in your planner. Aquarius will have an intense month with possible shifts in your career and relationships. This is still the fallout from the September eclipses. They're working their magic on you now, Aquarius, and highlighting what needs to be changed and empowering you to make important decisions from more a heart-centered place rather than a logical centered place. So we're going to see things changing up a little bit for you. So let's dive into your career. As Mercury enters Scorpio early in the month, you're focusing on your career and there's a general sense of melancholy over your current job placement. It's a job. And that's about all we can say about that. You're there, you're working, but it's not what you want to be doing, and you for sure don't want to be doing this in 5 years. You're thinking about your options, which I mean, you've been mulling those over for the last year, let's be honest, but you're really getting serious now about what you can do to change these circumstances. And you're kind of just there in that limbo until we begin Scorpio season on the 22nd. And then that's it. It's just like the door has closed. You're no longer content with this situation. Now you're ready to broaden your horizons with either training or further education or a new job. You're also setting career goals about where you want to be at the end of next year, where you want to be for your birthday the following year, and where you want to be in 5 years. You're making plans and you're ready for these changes. So we see you asking for a pay increase or even possibly a lateral move or a promotion. Before you do, talk to your supervisor about these changes. Take a moment to list out all the situations that you've taken on, all of the times that you were more than responsible, all the times you took on added responsibility and really stepped up for your team. Be sure to let your supervisor know how much you're working and how dedicated you are. Even though you are feeling melancholy about the job, you're still showing up and doing a better job than 90% of the other employees. You need to let them know because they may not really be aware of it. At this point, we see you asking for a raise, a promotion, or even a lateral move, just something different. And depending on how that goes, you may start looking for another job. I think that you're probably going to find one. It may not be exactly what you want, but it would be a stepping stone to something else. Nothing's really probably going to change in October, but maybe late November. So we have that going on. Plus, you're really thinking about going back to school, and you're definitely there for any free training that your job is offering. And I think that's a great idea. Take advantage of anything like that. You can make sure all your certifications and your licenses are all where they should be. And yeah, and don't hesitate to ask for the money that you deserve. Looking at gig working, business owning, and self-employed Aquarius natives, there's business opportunities afoot this month. This is a great time actually for you. You're feeling more confident about your business and you're attracting new clients. Now, this could be the start of a very lucrative foreign project or something going on overseas that you're going to either collaborate with or maybe even facilitate. This is a great business opportunity lining up for you. This period could also be very beneficial for meeting new business clients and networking with other professionals. We see your brand getting noticed and we see you working on new products or new services. Scorpio season pushes you also to read the fine print and be more careful about overcommitting. Getting to the bottom or the essence or the core of these deals or what the expectations are. And you're more likely to ask those types of questions and be very diligent in researching things in Scorpio season. And this is actually very good and it's going to work out in your favor. So don't hesitate to do that. Ask those questions, read the fine print, get everything in writing. And yeah, I think that you're on the cusp of some really life-changing deals. Just keep moving forward. Be cautious before you sign anything. Make sure you read it. Yes, of course. But there's some very good stuff in the works for you. So let's look at your financial sector. The two eclipses in September really highlighted financial themes for you. And with that, you really felt the pinch to get your finances under control and manage your money. And don't get me wrong, you're not, disregarding it. You are managing your money, but it's difficult because you're not making enough money. Let's just be honest. You're now thinking past just paying the bills and trying to save a little bit. You're thinking about investing, starting another job, a side hustle, doing something where you can bring in more income and then invest it into something else so that it will continue making money as well as starting a retirement fund. This is good stuff because you are planning for the future now. You're much more optimistic overall, and there's a very good chance that you are going to get a raise, but it may not show up until January. In the meantime, you may take on a part-time job, like I said, or come up with a side hustle or take a hobby and turn it into either something you can sell online or maybe sell to your friends. There's something going on there where you're definitely driven to make more money now. If you are a business owner, you're probably going to expand your services, not just overseas, but also expand maybe the products that you offer or the services that you offer to bring in more money because you too are planning for the future. And this is really becoming almost an obsession for you because of the eclipses, highlighting that this is something you really need to focus on. So this is a good time to learn more about retirement programs, pensions, IRAs, and that type of thing. Study and really see what the options are, maybe even talk to an investment counselor or finance manager before you make any big decisions. All right, Aquarius, let's look at your health. You may need to take better care of yourself this month. There could be some minor throat or dental issues towards the end of the month, so just be aware of that. And if something does happen, address it quickly rather than suffer. Focus on self-care and balance this month. Engage in activities like spending time in nature, meditation, yoga, or something to help you find calm and a more centered approach. I think that you're sleeping better when you're not drinking as much coffee or tea. So really be aware of that. And I think that, yeah, when you make it a point to take your vitamins and medication on time, you feel better. It's about getting clear on those small things you can do to feel better. And you really started noticing this in September, and now you're putting a routine together in October. As we look at elders forecast for October, your health looks good too overall, but you should be mindful of overindulging in rich and spicy foods, as this could cause discomfort, and also limit the amount of coffee or tea you're drinking, as this could be keeping you up at night as well. Your life has been rather chaotic lately, and you may feel fatigued just thinking about all of your responsibilities and everything on your to-do list. But it's wise to prioritize what's really important and just let the rest go. This is a month where you really want to study, you want to dig in and learn a new craft, and you want to explore the world a bit too. To do these things, you're going to have to feel good. So take care of yourself, sleep more, relax more, and I think that you're going to have the energy to definitely do these things. So we see this being a very good month for Elder Aquarius. Students are also a bit overwhelmed as you're surrounded by people that want to spend time with you. You have a lot of responsibilities, and the world seems to be moving very fast for you. It's wise to avoid overcommitting, whether that is taking on more projects at school, whether that is committing to a new hobby or sport, or whether that is spending time with a bunch of new friends. It's very possible that you will be asked to head up a group assignment or that you could volunteer to be a group leader. And this is good, but balance will be key if you're going to stay on top of everything. Try to limit the amount of projects that you commit to so that you don't end up overwhelmed. And it's important that you do recognize important dates for your schoolwork. Overall, you're doing fine, but it's really a busy time for you. You need to plan out the month. Looking at Aquarius's romantic life. Singles, You're charming and you're more outgoing this month. We see you being social with friends, family, and acquaintances. You're out, you're having fun, you're going for walks, you're hiking, you're taking long drives, you're attending concerts and events, and you're just really feeling good. And because of this, you're meeting new and interesting people. In the past, you have kind of shied away from meeting new people because you're just overwhelmed with life and you just didn't have the bandwidth to think about getting into a new relationship. You just really didn't have time for it. But now that's changing. I mean, you're still really busy, but I think you're wanting more. You're wanting more of a personal connection. Whether you're making good friends or whether you're thinking about dating, I think there's going to be some new people in your life. Aquarius natives that have been dating, this is a time when you make that relationship official. We see you talking about the future and possibly even proposing. So, congratulations. For partnered, married, or committed Aquarius natives, in the past, you've had other relationships where you gave your all to your partner and they didn't put as much into the relationship. And this could be an issue that comes to the forefront now to be healed. Even though that was a different partner, a different relationship at a different time, it's still impacting you and how you look at life. Now, it is time to pull away from relationships that leave you drained, definitely, but you can't really judge everybody by your past relationships. If you were in a relationship or a situational ship where you were the one doing all the heavy lifting and the other person just kind of glided along, yeah, that's horrible. It's not something that you can just get over easily either. But to bring that into your current relationship and judge your current partner by the actions of someone from the past is not fair either. This may be the big lesson for the month for you, really not letting the past affect how you deal with your current relationship. So it's going to be important to talk things through and really let them know what's triggering you, what you're feeling. Aquarius usually holds a lot in and doesn't really like to be confrontational. But there are times when you have to talk things through because if you wait, you're just going to get more and more angry and you're going to explode over something silly. Find some time alone with your partner, sit down, and start this conversation. Your relationship will be stronger for it. Looking at your spiritual sector, this is a month of spiritual growth. You may experience an increased drive to connect to a more spiritual life in October. Now, this could lead to inner peace and more personal happiness, most definitely. The universe is pushing you to connect on a more spiritual level with those around you and with life in general. We also see that as we get closer to the end of the month, other worldly affairs will become more important to you than mundane life issues. So just watch that you don't go out of balance that way. Your intuition and psychic abilities are off the charts now as you lean into these abilities. You may take classes, learn Reiki, or study about crystals or other healing modalities as you feel the power of these healing tools and a connection to them. So this is a great time to have a reading. This is a great time to have a Reiki session or a healing session of any kind and just reconnect with your higher self. You may be reading some really odd books or just looking for answers. And this is good. This is part of a deeper spiritual awakening that you're going through and the planet is going through. So this is a good thing. After Scorpio season begins, your focus shifts to higher learning and travel, making it a good time to sign up for a fall semester course or seek guidance from a coach. You may also sign up for a retreat, summit, or other spiritual event. Anything in person will really be favored now, as this will allow you to network with other like-minded people and also find your tribe. There is a possibility that this deep healing that's taking place will trigger a form of painful release around past life karma and religion or possibly family values later in the month. This will assist you in clearing personal blocks that have held you back from the life you were meant to live, Aquarius. There could be a little bit of travel, but it's mostly either going to be weekend stuff, going to see family members, possibly, like I say, taking classes or going to healing retreats or summits. Some of those could be, yes, hours away from home or involve you going to the airport. But more than likely, the stuff is going to be closer to home, and you're not really thinking about taking a big trip to go sightseeing. You're wanting more. You're wanting that spiritual adventure because you are awakening to the energies around you and you're feeling more. Your psychic abilities are, like I say, getting a boost. You're probably going to have some interesting dreams during this time, and you may even have some visions. So be sure and keep a notebook handy so you can write them down or put them on your phone or something, because they're going to be great insight into what's coming. This is a very mystical month for Aquarius natives. Thank you so much for watching this mini reading. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, let me know in the comments section below. And as always, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and being a part of the Serenity family. I have many more videos in the queue. We have lots of exciting things happening, and we have some surprises in the works. So if you haven't already, be sure and subscribe. I'll speak to you soon. Reiki blessings.